Alright guys, let's do it. My name is Devon Darby. This is The Gentleman's Look. Alright guys, if you're new to the channel, again we discuss everything. Everything that falls under the umbrella of being a gentleman. Alright, my name again is Devon Darby. I'm operating out of New York City. So if you ever hear me talking about weather or anything like that, it's only based off of New York City. Alright, New York City. I know some people be like, man, it ain't that cold, like it ain't that hot. Or this is the weather in New York City. All right. What are we talking about today? How to deal with aggression. All right. How to deal with aggression. The primary goal of this channel is to get you to become a respectable, distinguished gentleman. We use spirituality. You know, how you treat others, your attire, the way you speak, you know, your abilities. We touch on all of these things to get you to that point. A lot of people might not be spiritual, so some of the things that we may speak about, I'm a spiritual person, I believe in God. Excuse me, I believe in God. So a lot of things that I might discuss, some people may disagree because their faith is different. But if you believe in God, this message will be mostly for you. And if you don't, hopefully you can grab something from it. Aggression is something that can easily, and I mean easily, just be exuded at any minute. There's a lot of things that can get someone to a very heightened hatred type of point. To avoid this, a lot of it has to do with working on yourself and your faith. You have to believe in something greater than you, because that is what's going to sustain you when you seem like you're not working. Meaning you can't control yourself, you know, you are too angry or you have too much hate in you for whatever reason, and you can't understand why. When you believe in something greater than you, it can kind of pull you back to a sustainable, you know, point where you can think straight and behave in a rational manner. You have to understand, as a gentleman, not everyone is going to live the lifestyle that you live or trying to live. You know, being a gentleman, you really live outside of yourself for all of your life. You know, you're compassionate, you know, you're passionate, you're loving, you're caring, you're considerate in so many different ways. But you're also stern because you like to receive what you give. So if I'm giving respect to any individual, you kind of demand it back, and when you don't, you have to make those type of decisions whether you want to keep these people around you. You know, when you live a life like this, it can rub a lot of people wrong who are not living a life this way, not living a life that is self-reflective and, you know, prospering their mind and attitudes and, you know, things like that, their character. You know, so when you're making moves the way you make moves, as far as like, okay, this person is not someone that I want to associate myself with, so I'm going to, you know, move from them. These people may look at you as you think you're better than them. So what you have to do is understand that everybody is not going to be for you, and everybody is not going to behave the way you behave. And when they don't behave the way you would like for them to behave, you don't need to show so much anger or upset or be upset or, you know, frustrated about it, because this is a lifestyle that you chose. All you can do is be an influence, but you can't force anybody to do anything. All right. A lot of times aggression is built up when people don't do the things that you expect them to do, you know, or, you know, that can go for someone saying something to you that you don't necessarily agree with. You can always tell that person how you feel. And listen, man, I didn't really appreciate, you know, what you said. I would like it if you maybe don't speak about me that way. You know, but real aggression needs to be saved for, you know, imminent danger. You know, somebody trying to actually physically harm you or harm your loved ones or something like that. You know, that type of aggression should be saved for that. You shouldn't bark at the first opportunity that you get. Gentlemen just don't move like that. They just don't. As gentlemen, guys, all your energy and time needs to be put into bettering yourself. Your finances, your spirituality, your character, your attire, you know, everything that represents who you are and what you want to show yourself as to the world. All your time and energy needs to be put into that. If it's not, then everything else is a distraction, especially if you're a parent. You have to understand, this world is full of many different characters, many different energies, and all of these things that are going on in the world. I personally don't foresee the world being on one accord ever, unless, God himself, Jesus Christ, which, what I believe, comes down and actually makes that happen. But you can't expect everybody to behave on the same level. We all walk too many different lifestyles and grew up too differently to have the same outlook on life. So we have to be a little bit more patient, a little bit more considerate and understanding of individuals, even how they treat you. Now, if it's complete disrespect, the best thing you could do is remove yourself from these people, not engage in combat and arguments, because that's foolish. If you know somebody that is not, maybe doesn't think on your level, or doesn't treat you the way you would like to be treated, what is this sense of trying to spend so much time making that person see things the way you want them to see it? They already have shown, the state in which they're in life, and how they go about their daily living, just by the way they treat you and others. They already showed themselves. Actions speak louder than words. So based off of that, you can make your assessment. But you don't need to sit there and argue with anyone. You really don't. It's a waste of energy, and it's a waste of time. The reason why I am talking about this so much is because there seems to be a lot of, hate in the world, and it can be changed if it can be changed one person at a time. It really starts with you. You have to really be that change that you want to see in the world. A lot of people are waiting. They're waiting for, a Martin Luther King. Some people have a different approach, and they're waiting for a Malcolm X. But in other words, you can't wait for somebody to step on that pedestal and say, "Hey, I got the solution." The solution really starts with you. If everybody just looks in the mirror and make the necessary changes within themselves, that can circulate, and people will feed off of your energy and be inspired by it. I'm gonna be honest with you. People are inspired by good people. You just don't see a lot of them. You don't see a lot of them so often because people have associated with dressing nice and looking good and having things, with actually being a successful person or a decent person. But it really starts in the heart. It starts in the heart. So I really encourage everyone to just think about what it is that you really need to improve on. Spend most of your time improving on that, and let it be something that is of the core of you. Not so much, oh man, I need to get my finances together. Yes, that's important. That's important. But work on your core. Do you have an attitude? Are you somebody who gets angrily easily? Well, then challenge yourself every day. I'm not going to let nothing get me upset today. I'm going to keep a positive outlook on everything today. And let that be your daily thing. If you're somebody who has no patience, if you find yourself in the grocery store and if you stand on the line just a minute too long and you start acting up, you need to check that, because that can spill into other things in your life. I don't know if you are someone who likes to spread rumors or like to gossip. You find yourself always engaging in conversations that are talking about other people and just things that don't really pertain to your growth. You need to check that. If you're somebody who's tardy all the time, you find yourself always late for everything. That could be a form of disrespect. Not everything is a fighting type of form of disrespect. Just being late for everything is another form of disrespect towards somebody's time or somebody's establishment. Sometimes I want to say I struggle with that. I struggle with tardiness at times, and I need to get better with that. But there's just so many things that if you just take time to meditate and just be thankful for everything you have. Talk to God if that's your belief. Talk to God and find out what it is that I need to work on, and He'll kind of open up your heart to understand the things that you are, you're not so strong with, and what you can improve on. And trust me, He will make you see that. And while you're doing that, try to say how much you're thankful for the things that you are good at, and all of the blessings that you do have. This world is so much deeper. It's so much deeper than what you can imagine. All right. Aggression, guys, leads to a lot of negative things, man. Aggression leads to hate. Hate leads to violence, and the violence can lead to, the killing, and killing leads you further away from God if you don't have your mind right. You have people who have made a lot of bad decisions in life, but their mind could have advanced to another level where they are very they pretty much repent for their sins. They come to the conclusion that what they did was wrong, and they have lost their way, and they allow God to be a part of their life. And trust me, God is not like us. He's just very forgiving, and that's something that we need to learn how to be too. So don't think that if you lost your way, that there's no way to coming back. I don't care how much bad you have done. You don't have to stay an aggressive type of person. There's a time and place for everything. There really is. There is a time and place for everything. It's not that you never have to be aggressive, but there is a time and place for everything. Let your energies be spent in the right areas at the right times. Alright, guys? Don't spend too much time being aggressive. It's not good for you. Spend more of your time being aggressive towards your goals, towards your passions, towards improving yourself. Being a better father, being a better husband, being a better friend, being a better son. I'm speaking from the male aspect because this is a gentleman's channel. Alright, guys? But aggression is not good. You have to be in more control. But the only way to do that is you have to believe in something bigger than you. And it has to be something righteous. Don't just talk about energies of the world and having all of these type of I want to say alternatives to God. If that's what you're into, if that's what you want to do, that's fine. I can't force anybody to believe in God or Jesus Christ. But at the end of the day, what I'm trying to say is, whatever you believe in, it has to be righteous. All right? This is not a channel where I'm trying to make you do anything. You have to believe in something righteous, and it will lead you to the truth. It will lead you to the truth. All right, guys? Aggression is not going to do it for you. You can't be out here getting mad over every little thing. You just can't. As a man, you can't move like that. We're naturally aggressive creatures. So if you let everything bother you, you're going to put yourself in a hole really, really fast. You have to be a little bit wiser, all right, guys? A gentleman is always in control of himself. Try to find somebody that you really, really admire. A gentleman that you really, really admire, and really watch their style. A true gentleman who's really gotten to high heights of the lifestyle. Always in control of themselves. It doesn't matter how upset or how angry they are. They never act out too much, and they never act out maybe too little. They're always in the middle. But when there's time for them to show extreme aggression, it's usually life or matter, life or death type of situations. All right? Try to get yourself to that level. You have to remain in control of yourself. You have to do it. Start by believing in something that is greater than you. All right, guys? I hope this channel is helping individuals to move along in their journey of being a gentleman. As you can see, it's not just about the clothes. It's about your mindset as well. All right? And that's what we talk about at The Gentleman's Look. Again, if you like this type of content, please subscribe. Please hit the notification tab so that you can be informed of everything that I am doing. And leave comments, guys. Please leave comments so that I can understand exactly what it is that you want to speak on or want me to speak on, and we can elaborate on that. All right? This is The Gentleman's Look, a gentleman's channel. I hope you enjoyed today's video about aggression, how to control your aggression. All right? I love you guys as always. I'm signing out, sending you off in style. Until the next video, guys. Bye-bye.